Hello, I am Joel Salvino, and if you're watching this video, most likely you are a subscriber to my YouTube channel, but I will be posting this video across all my social medias. Now, as everyone is aware, there was a presidential election and there is a new administration coming into town. And RFK specifically has a website where he is looking for nominees from the public for people to be inside the new administration. Now, most likely, this is probably a scheme for RFK to get a bunch of email lists from politically motivated people to help him with his presidential run in 4 years, as we all know is coming. But on the off chance that this is a legitimate way to get inside the federal government from outsiders, well, then please keep watching because on the slim chance that I could get in there to make a difference, then please, I definitely want your support. Specifically, I am nominating myself to get inside either the U.S. Forest Service or Department of the Interior, specifically Fish and Wildlife. And the only reason Fish and Wildlife is because they control 1.9 million acres in my backyard. And so I'm acutely aware of their mismanagement and bureaucratic and unconstitutional overreach here. But mostly asking you for support because I want to focus on trail maintenance. And as one of the nation's most uh, seasoned through hiking veterans, I have seen thousands and thousands of miles of hiking trails in our landscapes that have completely fallen into disrepair. I have seen thousands of miles of trails that are completely forgotten by the U.S. Forest Service and other federal agencies. I have seen hundreds of federal agents sitting on their asses doing paperwork. I have seen gross mismanagement of funds, and I am nominating myself because I want to be able to get out there and literally clear trails. I want to go out there and make every single mile of the Idaho Centennial Trail hikeable. Number one, that's a huge priority for me. And number two, every single trail that does exist needs to be cleared and maintained every single year. And I don't understand why it's not. It's not that they don't have enough money for it. It's not that they don't have enough manpower for it. It's that the resources they have are allocated for paperwork, parking lots. I don't know what they're doing because it's certainly not trail maintenance. So anyway, that's why I'm asking for your support. Maybe if I can get enough votes, someone will look at it and take it seriously. I have plenty of background and research into trail maintenance, and there's very few people in the country that know more about the trail system than I do. I've actually, I've lived on it for months and months and months at a time. And another priority that I want is to actually create more trails. So not only manage the trails that already exist, but create more trails. We have millions and millions of acres of federal land that are inaccessible. I believe that it is the administration's duty to the American people to provide access to our public lands. Right now, over the last decade, 2 decades, there seems to have been a concerted effort to prevent people from accessing their public lands. I want to end that immediately. I want people to get out there. Kennedy's talking about make America healthy again. The best way to get people healthy is to get them outside and engaged in hiking and camping and hunting and fishing. And I am appalled that our unelected bureaucrats view these landscapes as if it's their private kingdoms and do everything in their power to prevent people like you, to prevent people like me from accessing them. Now, a little bit about fish and wildlife here in the Kenai Peninsula. They have gross bureaucratic overreach. They have unconstitutionally declared thousands of acres as wilderness, and wilderness can only be designated by Congress, but sure enough, they've designated thousands of acres as wilderness here without congressional approval. On top of that, they refuse to acknowledge the Alaskan people's right to navigable waterways on a loophole that they've invented because the Federal Wildlife Reserve was created before Alaska's statehood. Navigable waterway rights from states doesn't apply to them, specifically only them in this one specific example. So with the Chevron deference being overturned by the Supreme Court, I think it opens the doors for a lot of options for people like you, people like us, people like the public to finally access our public lands And where that begins is through trail maintenance. And we need more trails. We need better maintained trails. And we simply just need people going out there and cutting the trails. And if nobody in the offices that currently work there are going to cut trails, then I'm more than happy to do it. So vote for me, please. I have a link in the description. Every vote counts. I'm actually on the front page right now. And so there's not a whole lot of people. They actually shut down the ability for more people to be nominated. So I am in the cut. So there's a real chance that I could actually win this thing. And so the more votes I get from you guys, the more likely someone's going to see it. And I do believe that trail maintenance is a forgotten but very important part of American history. No other country in the world has this much public land, and it's a shame that the government is, from what I can tell, actively preventing American citizens from accessing their own public lands. And so vote for me. A vote for me will hopefully get you outside, make the trails better, and create a whole new generation of people who actually want to be in the outdoors and open up millions of acres of land for exploration, for hunting, for fishing, for camping, just for families to get out there and for people to be healthy again. And so, on the off chance that this is a real thing, please vote for me. I really appreciate your support. And as always, there's a lot more YouTube videos coming your way. So, thank you in advance.